Well, in an era of slick, high-definition television coverage of national news and sport, a humble revolution is underway in regional TV. Small, independent media companies are springing up in country towns to restore local news and sport in places where big broadcasters pulled the plug years ago. Regional Affairs reporter Lucy Barber looks at the internet-led media revival in the bush.
Push up!
Final season is here and die-hard fans are living for the weekend in country leagues around Australia.
Come on, let's go!
Oh, I like the barricade and the yelling and, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time of year.
Anyone here will tell you there's little substitute for being at the big match. But for generations, commentators reliably brought all the action to the country.
The fondest memories is going out calling football off the back of a truck, the ladies from the canteen coming up at half-time and putting down some magnificent sandwiches and cakes and saying, here, have this, it's a cold day.
Alan Hull cut his teeth in a golden age of country media, calling everything from the footy to the trots. 2 decades on, sports like this don't get nearly as much coverage.
So far as a ball by ball, as a tackle by tackle, to the best of my knowledge, it would only take place basically in the grand final if you were lucky.
But here in New South Wales, a cheap and cheerful revolution's underway.
Welcome one and all to another episode of the Wagga Weekly.
Adam Drummond set up his own online TV station 2 years ago, broadcasting local league and soccer live.
A normal show on our platform would get something like between 700 and 1,000 views. The football brings in between 7,000 and I think it's up to 20,000 now for replays.
We'll watch the outstretched hand, what a cutout.
Normally sports broadcasters source their own advertisers, but this small company's trying to turn that tradition on its head.
We were approached by Football Wagga. We suggested that they pay us for our personnel costs, and they did, and so that's locked in. In return, they are able to get as many advertisers as they like.
In Victoria, the internet's given Bendigo IPTV the platform to cover all things local too.
We really try and fill the gap, I guess, and be what TV was locally 10, 20 years ago.
Back to another time, before big aggregated TV markets, when media companies saw a dollar to be made in local news and sports coverage. This used to be a busy TV news studio, packed with journalists, cameramen and producers. Now it's abandoned. Right across regional Australia, local news and content has been outsourced to the biggest cities. But media analysts say that online streaming is one way smaller companies can survive.
When a few people do it, maybe other people will just say, hey, what a good idea, why didn't I think of it before?
But the biggest challenge in some regional areas could be technology itself.
We do need good quality NBN services, preferably fibre-based, because that's the way of guaranteeing speed.
So far, it's not stopping these eager viewers from tuning in. Lucy Barber, ABC News, Wagga Wagga.